Liverpool fans, Newcastle fans, and every neutral watching the Premier League, buckle up, because what I'm about to tell you will shake up this transfer window in a way nobody saw coming. The future of Alexander Isak, Newcastle United's most lethal striker, is hanging by a thread, and Eddie Howe has just made a claim that could completely change everything. But wait, is Isak really on his way out of St. James's Park? Could Liverpool pull off one of the most shocking deadline day transfers in Premier League history? And how do Newcastle's owners really see this whole drama playing out? Stay tuned, because we're diving deep into the twists, the drama, and the truth behind this incredible transfer saga. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be left with one huge question. Will Alexander Isak still be a Newcastle player after September 1st? Liverpool's rejected $110 million bid. Isak's decision to skip Newcastle's pre-season tour in Asia with a mysterious injury, and now Eddie Howe's press conference bombshell. We certainly can't let him go without a replacement. That statement has lit up every headline, every social media platform, and every fan debate. But here's where it gets spicy. If Newcastle do find a replacement, does that mean Eddie Howe is admitting Isak could actually leave Liverpool? Fans are buzzing with excitement. Newcastle fans are fuming, accusing Isak of disloyalty. And neutrals? They're just grabbing their popcorn because this has become the biggest transfer soap opera of the summer. Before we dive in, I want to hear from you in the comments. Should Newcastle cash in on Isak for 110 meters and rebuild, or should they dig in, keep their star man, and risk an unhappy striker on their hands? Drop your thoughts below. I'll be replying to as many as I can. Let's rewind for a moment. Alexander Isak wasn't just another big-money signing for Newcastle. He was the marquee signing of their new Saudi-backed era. Bought for a club record $63 million from Real Sociedad in 2022, Isak quickly became one of the most dangerous strikers in the Premier League. Last season alone, he bagged 23 league goals. His pace, movement, and ability to finish from any angle made him a nightmare for defenders. Many even compared him to Thierry Henry. And when you're getting mentioned in the same breath as a Premier League legend, you know you're special. But here's the problem. Success attracts attention. And Liverpool, a club desperately searching for the perfect long-term successor to Mo Salah and Roberto Firmino, have zeroed in on Isak as their #1 target. Liverpool's situation is clear. Jurgen Klopp's departure left a huge question mark over the squad, and Arne Slot is determined to stamp his authority on this team with a blockbuster signing. They've already tested Newcastle's resolve with that $110 million bid earlier this month. Newcastle said no, but Liverpool aren't walking away. Reports suggest they're preparing to come back, maybe even higher. But let's pause for a second. $110 million for Isak. Is he worth it? Compare him to Darwin Núñez, who Liverpool bought for 85 Magpies. Compare him to Harry Kane, who left Spurs for 100 Magpies. Isak is younger, faster, and has the potential to hit his peak in the next 2 or 3 years. So from Liverpool's perspective, this is the moment. They can't let Manchester City, Chelsea, or even Arsenal swoop in. The Newcastle perspective. Here's where Eddie Howe's comments come in. He didn't just shut the door. He didn't say Isak is not for sale under any circumstances. He said, "We certainly can't let him go without a replacement. That's not a no. That's a maybe." That's Eddie Howe leaving the tiniest crack open in the door. And you know Liverpool are watching closely. Why would Newcastle even consider selling? Well, let's be honest, FFP. Newcastle spent heavily after their Saudi takeover, and the Premier League is watching closely. A $110 million sale could give them breathing space, allow them to strengthen multiple areas of the squad, and keep the books balanced. And let's not forget, if a player wants out, sometimes it's better to sell than to force him to stay. The Isak factor now, here's where the drama intensifies. Isak himself is pushing hard for the move. He pulled out of Newcastle's pre-season tour of the Far East, citing a minor injury. Instead of recovering at Newcastle, he chose to train at Real Sociedad's facilities in Spain, the club he left behind. Sources close to the player say he has made it clear he sees his future away from Tyneside. This isn't just speculation. This is a striker taking action, sending signals, telling the world, I want Liverpool. And that, right there, is why this story has exploded. Media, fans, and social reaction. The media is in meltdown. Every outlet is covering it. Sky Sports, calling it the saga of the summer. The Athletic reporting that Newcastle's owners are split over whether to cash in. And on Twitter, or should I say X, Newcastle fans are calling Isak a traitor, while Liverpool fans are already designing Isak in a red shirt. I've seen comments like, if he doesn't want to be here, sell him. We can't lose him. He's our Henry. Imagine Salah and Isak in the same attack. Unstoppable. The fan divide is real. And this tension, it's only going to grow as we edge closer to September 1st. Deadline day is less than a week away. Liverpool are lurking. Newcastle are stalling. And Isak? He's waiting. This feels like one of those transfers that could go right down to the wire. You know, the kind where Fabrizio Romano drops a "here we go" tweet at 11:45 p.m. But here's the catch. Newcastle won't sell unless they can secure a replacement. And right now, who's available? Ivan Toney from Brentford? Expensive. Victor Osimhen from Napoli? Unlikely this late in the window. Dominic Calvert-Lewin? Risky. So, Howe's dilemma is real. Do you hold on to an unhappy striker or risk going into the season light up front? The bigger picture. This saga isn't just about one player. It's about power. Newcastle flexing their new financial muscle under Saudi ownership. Liverpool refusing to back down in their pursuit of elite talent. And Isak testing just how much influence a player can have in the modern game. Whatever happens, this transfer will set a precedent. Closing thoughts and call to action. So here we are. The clock is ticking. Eddie Howe has spoken. Isak wants Liverpool. And the transfer window is on fire. Will Liverpool get their man? Will Newcastle cash in? Or will Eddie Howe pull off the ultimate masterstroke and convince Isak to stay? I want to know your take. If you're a Liverpool fan, do you think Isak is the perfect signing for 110 million plus? If you're a Newcastle fan, do you cash in or keep your star striker at all costs? And neutrals, where do you think Isak fits best? Drop your opinions in the comments. I'll be highlighting the best ones in the next video. Don't forget to hit like, smash that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell, because this saga isn't over. And when the next twist breaks, you'll want to be here first. Because trust me, this story, it's only just beginning.